Okay, let's talk about two of the biggest changes to how we work: hybrid models and AI. I mean, on the surface, they promise to make everything ridiculously efficient, right? But if you look just a little bit closer, there's this hidden flaw, a tripwire that can cause the entire system to just fail. So, what is it? And more importantly, how do you fix it?
First, let's look at the good stuff. Hybrid work is not just a fad, it is delivering some seriously impressive results. You've got a whopping 66% of employers reporting higher productivity. And when you add in happier employees and lower costs, it really does feel like a home run.
But then you layer in AI agents, and things get, well, kind of crazy. We're talking about a 97% reduction in the cost of manual labor for some key workflows. I mean, think about that. That's not just a small improvement. That completely changes the game.
And it's not just about saving cash, it's about pure speed. These AI systems are accelerating core business processes by 30, even 50%. Stuff that used to take weeks of back and forth emails and meetings, now it can be done in a few days, sometimes just a few hours.
So you see all these incredible numbers, and you have to ask, what's the catch? Because there is one. There's this critical weakness that's hiding in plain sight. See, these automated systems can run flawlessly, as long as a human is watching over them. The second you let them run truly on their own, they can completely self-destruct. So what is this hidden problem? It all comes down to something we've lost: the human safety net. You know, back in the office, when a process was clunky or an email was unclear, we'd just figure it out. We'd walk over to someone's desk, improvise, and fix it. In this new automated hybrid world, that safety net is just gone. This table really just nails the core conflict. Humans, we're great with messiness. We improvise, we can read between the lines, and we fill in the gaps when information is missing. AI agents, on the other hand, they can't do any of that. They need everything to be perfect, consistent data, crystal clear instructions, complete information. For an AI, one little hiccup doesn't just slow things down, it brings the entire process to a dead halt. And the problem just gets so much worse as you add more automation. The number of things that can go wrong doesn't just add up, it multiplies. Look at this chart. If you have two agents talking to each other, there's only one connection, one potential point of failure. Easy enough. But once you have 5 agents, suddenly you have 10 connections. Each new agent you add makes the whole system dramatically more fragile. And this gets us to the most important point of all. When these high-tech systems break, it's almost never because the app looks ugly or the buttons are in the wrong place. The failure is much deeper. It's a fundamental inconsistency in the data, the timing, or the rules. Inconsistency, that is the silent killer of automation. So this creates a totally new challenge for anyone building these systems. It's this tension, this tug of war between the user experience, or UX for people, and what we're going to call the agent experience, or AX for the AI. And here's the thing, you can't pick one. To win, you have to design for both at the same time. The solution is what we can call a two-axis framework. On the one hand, you have the human axis, the UX. That's all about asking, what does a person need to see and understand to do their job? But then you have the agent axis, the AX. And that asks, what does the AI need to function reliably without breaking down? That means perfect data, clear rules, and a plan for what to do when things go wrong. So let's see what this looks like in the real world.
All right, so how do we take this framework from just an idea on a slide to something you can actually use? Well, let's look at 3 really concrete examples of how the smartest teams are already doing this.
First up, async by default workflows. So instead of those endless daily status meetings, picture this. An AI agent spends its time doing all the boring grunt work. It scans all the documents, the support tickets, the sales updates. Then it creates this perfect little summary of what's happening and what's stuck. The team can review that whenever they want on their own time, and then they just meet once a week for a super focused 60-minute decision jam to solve the real problems. Okay, second example. Let's say you have an AI agent that's handling something complex, like procurement. The rules for that agent have to be absolutely crystal clear. Things like defining exactly what it can and can't do, giving it explicit permission levels, like you can approve any purchase up to $50,000 on your own. You have to build in fallback logic, like if this other system doesn't respond, try 3 times, then escalate to a human. And of course, you need a tamper-proof audit trail of every single decision it makes. This is what designing for the agent axis looks like. And number 3, you have to be absolutely ruthless with your metrics.
High-performing teams don't just launch AI and hope for the best. No way. They launch a new workflow with a very specific goal, like reduce the cycle time for this process by at least 10%. They let it run for a few weeks, tracking everything. Then they look at the data. Did it hit the goal? Great, let's expand it. Did it miss? Too bad, we retire it. There's no room for vanity projects.
When you put all this together, it really points to a massive shift in mindset. To really make this work, you have to stop thinking about your organization as a hierarchy of people and start thinking about it like a piece of software. In the world of software engineering, there's a concept called distributed systems design. And when you apply that to your company, it means your teams need to have clear APIs. Basically, simple, defined ways they interact with each other. It means your processes need version numbers, so you can track changes and roll them back if you need to. And it means you need real-time observability, a dashboard to see what's actually working and what's breaking. You're literally engineering resilience right into the fabric of your company. So here's the playbook the best teams are using, all in one place. 1. Go async first with those AI-powered summaries. 2. Measure the actual business outcomes, not just how busy your AI is. 3. Map one specific workflow to one specific AI agent. Don't try to make one agent do everything. 4. Be ruthless about retiring the agents that aren't pulling their weight. And 5, and this is crucial, build in all the governance and audit stuff from day one, not as an afterthought.
If you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. In this new world of work, your organization is a software system. And just like any piece of complex code, if you don't design it with intention and build it for consistency, it's not going to work at scale. It's just that simple.
So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Is your organization's operating system actually designed for consistency? Or is it really just one missing piece of data away from a complete and total system failure?